Hello everybody, welcome along once again to W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L Network. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And you really should, because again, there's an episode of Wrestling Showdown every single Sunday at 12 o'clock. Plus we've got other stuff coming up as well. Because we know that you're stuck at home, right? Everybody's having to self-isolate and quarantine themselves away. So we're bringing you extra content for free here on the W3L Network. If you check out our social media, you've probably seen a couple of the polls up already for our Fans Choice programme. We're going to be taking some select matches from our array of exclusive W3L DVDs you can buy and giving you a look at them here on the network for free. How cool is that? You'll get to see a match from a DVD and then you can go and buy the DVD if you like it. And of course you will. We're also going to be bringing you W3L Unlocked, which is going to feature some exclusive matches you haven't seen anywhere else. Stay tuned to our social media and of course subscribe to this channel and you'll be notified when these shows appear. It's all we can really do right now to bring you some quality W3L goodness while the whole country is in lockdown. We can't bring you live events, we can bring you stuff here on the network. Speaking of live events, as you know, the stuff we're meant to be having this month has obviously gone up the Swanee, so they've been rescheduled and this is the dates for them here. Thank you to everybody who bought tickets for those shows and who has kept hold of them. That is the easiest way to go about it. You don't need to get them refunded and then buy them later on. They'll be valid for the rescheduled dates, so keep hold of your tickets. Everything's fine. Once this is all over, we'll have these events, hopefully many more besides, and everything will get back to normal. But before we get into all of that, let's have a match here this week on Wrestling Showdown. Let's have ourselves a triple threat match. Everybody loves one of them, right? And we've got three very different people ready to square off against each other. We've got a man who's not been around W3L all that often, but has become very popular with the fans, Ewan O'Raw. He's going to have his hands full as he takes on the time-travelling Future Shock Tom Fulton. As if that wasn't enough, the pair of them have got to go up against former W3L Heavyweight Champion, W3L Hall of Famer and true legend of British Pro Wrestling, the Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barratt. What will happen when these three combustible elements collide? Who can say? Let's get into ringside and we'll find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, coming from the corner to my left, it's the Rock and Roll Express, Bob Barratt. Next around the ring, Ewan O'Raw. And finally, last but I'm sure not least, Future Shock Tom Fulton.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown. We've got a triple threat contest lined up for you. There's Ewan O'Raw just patting down the referee, making sure he's got nothing untoward in his pockets or in his person. I dread to think what you might find there. He takes on Future Shock Tom Fulton in the blue and green, making a welcome return to the World Wide Wrestling League. And of course in the famous Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barratt, was former W3L Heavyweight Champion, W3L Hall of Famer, and all the countless other accomplishments that he has had in the world of professional wrestling over the years. And so it's three very different people, three very different styles and personalities as well. And Ewan O'Raw doesn't just having a little dance here. Yeah, if it gets him psyched up and puts him in the right mental frame of mind for his match, then great, why not? Although he's only appeared a couple of times here on Showdown, he's appeared in a few non-televised W3L matches, of course. But he's become really popular with the audience. We saw him last November taking on the original Craig Stevens here in Showdown. Well, and Fight for Life, which came up on the W3L Network in Boxing Day last year, he battled the menacing Tormentor, something that no person wants to have to do, but Ewan O'Raw did, and so he's trying to make his name in W3L, get a few wins in as well, maybe making up for one of the championships. And he was asking for a test of strength, but which one's he going for? Well, Fulton takes one arm. Is Barratt going for the other arm? Oh yeah, it's Ewan O'Raw. They're having to take on both men at once. Oh, wait a minute. Fulton and Barratt locking fingers. We've got a three-way finger interlace here. And Ewan O'Raw has just turned this in his favour again, and Barratt has left the ring in disgust. Not what he wants at all. Not the type of match Blondie Barratt's into. So it's going to be Fulton versus O'Raw. There's a first time contest here. And Fulton last appeared in showdown last February. It's been well over a year. Battled Luke Aldridge and Kevin Williams. Calling over that there. He was very recently on national television over in Romania, which is where he generally resides. Appeared in their version of Romania's Got Talent. Wrestling on the production of the Source Wrestling School over in Romania that he runs. He runs the Romanian Wrestling Alliance, and let's be honest, Tom Fulton pretty much is Romanian wrestling. He's brought it to the country. He's established it, so any credit he gets goes to Tom Fulton. It's a man who definitely knows his craft. And he spent last summer travelling through the United States, Canada and Mexico, and he picked up a few tricks along the way, a few new techniques. There's rolls at the crucifix. You see Barratt just on the floor, just keep an eye on things, because of course the first pinfall or submission will determine the contest. If you really get in the way, there is Ewan O'Raw and Tom Fulton crisscrossing. O'Raw brings him to a halt and stamps on his foot. And it's an unorthodox style, but it works for Ewan O'Raw, let's be honest. And the crowd seem to like it. I'm getting it here. More crisscrossing. Oh, and Barratt pulls the foot off O'Raw and decides not to get in the ring. Instead he's going to attack on the floor and runs her face first in the apron. And Blondie Barratt has changed the complexity of this match with one move. Grab the foot. O'Raw and Fulton bouncing off the ropes, not really paying attention to the third man. That's always the downside to a triple threat contest. And of course, this allowed Blondie Barratt to pull O'Raw's foot. And O'Raw is the least experienced man in this match by a distance or two. In fact, Blondie Barratt's got more experience than both of his opponents put together. Oh, Fulton runs at the post. Look at that. Blondie Barratt has turned the match in his favour, and with ease as well. He barely had to do anything. Pulled Ewan O'Raw out the ring, took him to task on the floor. But bear in mind, there's tables, there's chairs, there's wood, there's metal, there's the public. So when you can easily see it's the hurt. He's got O'Raw hanging on the ropes, he's throttling him there. Fulton got taken out as well, and Barratt has the match firmly going his way. Well, here's an irony for you. When Tom Fulton is... Oh, O'Raw tried to slug Fulton, he just about got the way. But when Fulton was over in the United States last year, he teamed up in a match. Oh, wow. He had a lucky escape there. And Fulton teamed up with Ricky Morton, who's of course one half of a tag team called the Rock and Roll Express, the legendary wrestlers in life. And now Fulton is going one-on-one with the other Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barratt. As he goes in and hits him. Ewan O'Raw wants to gain this victory. Little shot of the Bully Time Championship there. Going for him to go after it at some point. Barratt crawling to the ropes. This isn't a good position for him. I thought that's going to should pull him off. Not sure we were expecting that on Showdown. But that's what we get. And it looks like Fulton and O'Raw have formed an alliance to take out Barratt. Considering his experience in the chicanery, maybe that's not a bad idea actually. Oh, Barratt tried to put his foot up on the turnbuckle pad to stop himself and overshot. It's the most tender areas of Blondie Barratt are even more tender now. I'm going to make a wish. Well, it's not what Barratt wished for, I'll tell you that. He rolls to the floor in great pain, it looks like, leaving O'Raw and Fulton. Wow, lovely suplex by Ewan O'Raw. he does like to play around, and we saw that. It looks to be kind of fun and jovial, but he can whistle when he gets serious and he can throw you around. Back elbow by Fulton. Oh. And there's the power again. O'Raw caught him and slammed him down. Referee just checking, but Fulton got a shoulder up. Ewan O'Raw grabbed Fulton in midair. Wasn't going to allow himself to be knocked down in that body press attempt, just slammed him down. And then Ewan O'Raw just feeding off this audience. Fulton rolled out. I think he wanted the wind knocked out of him. As Tom Fulton. I can't understand completely why. But Ewan O'Raw has forgotten about Blondie Barratt, it seems. He just smacks him right in the face. It's the thing with these triple threat matches. If you spend too much time focusing on one wrestler, there's always the other wrestler hovering in the background. Barrett's going for it again. He's got things going his way. And a big body slam on Ewan O'Raw. He's no light man. Hold on, Fulton rolls in and gets a roll up and pins Blondie Barratt. I can't believe it. Tom Fulton's got the pin over Blondie Barratt.
Your winner then, ladies and gentlemen, it is Future Shock Tom Fulton.
So Tom Fulton wins a triple threat match here this week on Wrestling Showdown.
A clever victory there for Future Shock Tom Fulton, winning that triple threat match. As I mentioned before, we have rescheduled our April events. That is the date right there. All previous tickets are still valid, so if you bought one for our April events, keep hold of it. Don't need to do anything. You'll get let in when these events occur later in the year. And again, hopefully we'll bring you more events before that, once all this blows over, hopefully sooner rather than later. I want to say a thank you to Crafty Connoisseur. They are of course on board with us this year again to sponsor every live W3L event, which has obviously made things a bit tricky for them as there's no events currently to be had. They are still operating, their website's still active. If you use the code STAYSAFE, if you make a purchase, that's all block capitals, you'll get free delivery, certainly for the time being anyway. So get in touch with them, they can send stuff out to you so you don't have to leave the house, which is probably for the best, let's be honest. For more updates on what's going on, hit up all of our social media sites. If you check out our website, you'll see one of our amazing fan support packages that we've put up there. While we cannot bring you live wrestling, you can still show support for W3L. There's different pricing options, anything between £5 and £100, and they'll have various options. You get various things, including DVDs, signed posters, cheap ringside tickets for a multitude of different shows, and a personalised video message from a W3L star. How cool is that? Have a look on the website, see what you think, and if you want to show us some support, you can make a purchase of one of those. You can also buy a t-shirt or a DVD as well. We'll get them sent out to you, and again, it helps you help us to keep things going during this global pandemic. But while you're at our website, make sure you subscribe to the mailing list, give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram as well. Of course, subscribe to this channel, use that hashtag if you wish to engage with us, and why not? We've all got a lot of time on our hands, right? So do that, and keep an eye out for the Fans' Choice polls. We'll have that up and running very soon. And of course, look out for Unlocked coming your way here on the network very shortly. Hopefully you're all staying safe. Hopefully everybody's healthy. We're all going to get through this together. It'll take a bit of time, but we will manage it. And we will keep bringing you content, bringing you exclusive matches here every single Sunday on the W3L Network at 12 o'clock. I'll see you back here in 7 days.